going to explain how our experiment went. Now, what actually was our experiment? Our experiment was to create 3 successful MFCs and let them run taking voltage readings for a total of 30 days.
We first started this experiment December 15th, 2015 and ended this experiment January 12th, 2016. See Figure 2 for more details.
This is a picture of our experiment taken December 14th, 2015 after Sophia had just finished building it.
As you can see, it has a basic mediator-less microwave fill cell looks. The anode filled with benthic mud taken from a local swamp, benthic zone, and the cathode filled with swamp water taken also from a local swamp. Although there are 3 MFCs. Why? So we got the idea for our project from a website that we had found online, saying we had to follow a strict scientific experiment.
The website also said we had to conduct our experiment for exactly 30 days and pick 2 times a day to take voltage readings and then repeat the experiment 2 times to prove that we weren't just lucky it worked the first time. If we were to do each MFC experiment separately, we'd need 90 days to get it all done, and well, we just didn't have enough time. Now, we're quite aware that this experiment was at Sophia's house, meaning that the rest of the team couldn't come over at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. every day. With our schedules, that would be crazy, so why didn't we just bring the experiment to school?
That would be crazy too. If we had brought the experiment to school, we could have never taken voltage readings 2 times a day for 30 days. With weekends and Christmas break coming up soon, that would never work out. So I decided I would just do it at my house. I already had all the supplies. Of course, texting the rest of the guys the results every day.
How did she take the voltage reading? Well, with this, a multimeter. All she had to do was connect the multimeter's 2 wires to each the anode and the cathode, separate wires for each MFC, easily collecting the data and storing it in a graph.
This is a picture of the MFC the first day I plugged it in. Notice how dirty the swamp water is. The first voltage reading I ever took was 0.8, very, very low. When I first collected the benthic mud sample, it had very little bacteria. Once I hooked it up and it started producing more electricity, it got warmer, causing bacteria to grow, and more bacteria results in more electricity that's being produced. Not only that, but towards the end of the 30 days, each MFC's benthic mud was growing aquatic life. If you peered in, you could see little plants. This is an image of the MFC the last day that I took voltage readings. Notice how clear the swamp water is.
What are the highest and lowest producing MFCs?
Well, I labeled each MFC a different number, 1, 2, and 3. The first day that I hooked up number 1 produced 0.1, number 2 produced 0.6, number 3 produced 0.9 volts. On the last day, number 1 produced 17.3, number 2 produced 5.6, and number 3 produced 13.2. You can really see a difference on how much voltage each MFC produced. See Figure 5 and 6. Can you stop it and start it over? What were you doing?
She's dancing.